Okay, in order to get a personal computer industry or known as PC industry environment assessment for Apple Inc., we apply the Market Porter 5 Force model to Apple Inc. PC industry. Okay, first of all, for bargaining power of buyer, in this term, we notice that there are no bargaining power of buyer because Apple PC or Mac loyal customer allowing Apple to sell its product at a premium price. It's hard to believe it, right? Since buyer always ask for the lower price but not for Apple buyer. They accept whatever the price that been set. It's all start when Apple PC or Mac get into the education market and get to dominate half of the market with it.
Second is the bargaining power of supplier. So in PC industry, Microsoft and Intel is the two firms that mainly supply the notable microprocessors and operating systems. So with a huge influence in PC industry, Microsoft continually introduce and offer an operating system to the companies in PC industry. So Microsoft have introduced Windows XP, Vista versions, Windows 7 and Windows X to the companies in PC industry. Third is the competitive rivalry. Apple in PC industry competitive rivalry is high. Because Apple PC industry must compete with other company that also manufacture and build PCs with the based on the standard building blocks from Microsoft and Intel, such as Dell computers and many no-name clone PC makers.
Next, threat of new entry. New entry can introduce tactics like lower pricing and aggressive marketing strategy. Apple faced the threat of new entry from Dell Computer, Intel and Microsoft, since PC have been known worldwide. Lastly, threat of substitute. Apple operating system distinction can attract greater pricing but not the average computer customer. From a wide range of complementary hardware, Apple was able to stay competitive because it believed in innovating with the resources it has rather than copying or using others' firm design technology.
There are several strengths for Apple in ensuring iPhone to maintain its success. For the first one is Apple software. Apple run a new system adapted version of Apple OS X platform called iOS as effort to bring something different for their product in mobile phone industry. This version was a revolutionary 3.5-inch touchscreen interface that accommodate the user finger without physical keyboard. iPhone was successfully bring attention of the customer as iPhone have iOS which bring new experience for user. The difference created by Apple make iPhone has advantage that are not available on other mobile phone. Therefore, this software made the demand for iPhone increase.
The second one is technology. Based on the case study, Apple was branding themselves by their own rules when they changed the original concept of mobile phone with new features without physical keyboard called iPhone. Next, Apple also introduced voice-activated technology Siri in 2014. So, Apple must manage their technology by upgrading from time to time for the sake of Apple's product, especially iPhone. The third one is App Store. Based on the case study, Apple has launched their App Store in 2008 and already have more than 1.85 million applications now. Next, Apple also generates revenue from App Store, which is the sale of music, books, and applications. So, Apple must maintain their dominance over the App Store so that they will not rely on other companies such as Android brands that rely on Google.
Today I will be talking about weakness that Apple must manage in its strategy to sustain its iPhone success. The first weakness that I can confirm is the closed ecosystem. Many of Apple customers see the company's tightly controlled software and service as major strength of the company, as it allows Apple to control all aspects of the device it produces. But this put an additional burden in Apple's development cycle as software security and many other details become an in-house responsibilities. The second weakness is the pace of innovation. The high product expectation for each new version or model that Apple has created may ultimately prove to be the company's biggest weakness. So, Apple cannot throw an experimental product or service at the market without hurting its brand.
The high price. Apple's products are priced for middle and high income consumers. This is because they target a high class and do not give the opportunity to other smartphone users. We think that Apple must focus on this over-reliance on iPhone sales. The company made $274 billion in revenue 2020, but 50% of that was from iPhone.